All right, well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dakota Wesleyan, and welcome to this year's annual Honors Banquet. My name is Rex Lish. I serve as the junior class president here at Dakota Wesleyan. The purpose of this evening's banquet is to honor the excellence and achievement of Wesleyan students. This excellence takes form in a variety of ways, including academic accomplishments, scholar athletes, student senators, and ending on this year's Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan. I'd like to begin this evening's activities by inviting President Amy Novak to say a few words. So if everyone can join me in a bit of applause for President Novak.
Thank you, Rex, and welcome to the 2019 Dakota Wesleyan University Honors Banquet. We are delighted to welcome family and friends here today to share in our pride as we celebrate the remarkable achievements of our students and several faculty. When we consider this event, we use this as an evening to celebrate the embodiment of our institutional values, of learning, of leadership, faith, and service. And the honorees today are doing exceptional work as they prepare for careers. We see shining examples of innovative learning, bold leadership, authentic faith exploration, and a genuine commitment to service. This is not an accident. Our values here at Dakota Wesleyan align with a curriculum designed to engender the skills necessary to lead in the 21st century. As we consider the sprawling challenges the world faces, it is clear that these times are times that require new ways of collaborating across borders, across cultures, across generations, and across academic fields. These challenges require a new kind of leader, one who can use the insights gained in one field to transform another. By tirelessly pursuing excellence, each of the scholars we will recognize tonight have demonstrated fortitude in the face of challenge, an optimistic faith in their own capacities and in those of others. And this, friends, it is what is essentially necessary for transformational leadership. Across the entire Wesleyan family, we are committed to discovery and innovation in order to make a difference in our world. And we are equally committed to encouraging and amplifying each other's efforts. Today, as we recognize the individual achievements of our students and faculty, we also celebrate our community and recognize that each of us is better because of the presence of others dedicated to creating transformation in our world. I thank you all for joining us. I salute and congratulate our students who are here that we will recognize today. I also appreciate the family members, friends, mentors, and others who have joined us or who are joining us online virtually to salute the achievements of these outstanding members of our community. I am most hopeful for our future because when you hear the stories of their accomplishments tonight, I think you will agree with me. They are exceptional human beings. In short, our honors event, we reaffirm the very essence of who we are as an institution and the vital role this university plays in creating leaders for our 21st century. Congratulations to all of our students, with gratitude to the faculty who have committed their lives in service to those students, for together we will collectively transform our world. At this time, I would like to invite Pastor Eric Van Meter forward to offer prayer.
I invite you to pray with me. Almighty God, you set us on this path months ago, even years. We are grateful tonight for each twist and turn, each happy accident, each act of kindness, however small. We ask your blessing on this food and those gathered to share it, those that prepared it and those that serve it, and on all everywhere who are nearing the end of their college journey. We have made the road behind by walking it. We seek the road ahead in confidence, trusting that you carry us, now and always. Amen.
Thank you, President Novak, and thank you, Pastor Van Meter. First, would you join me in thanking the food service for providing tonight's supper for us? Now, if everyone would just please wait for instructions from Emily and John over there regarding when your table will be able to go through the buffet line. Just wait for their cue and then you can go eat. But please use the side doors to enter the buffet line and then come back in through the center. Enjoy your meal and we'll have a great evening.
Good evening. My name is Joe Royd. I'm the provost, and I'm going to spend the next hour talking. So settle in. Please enjoy the rest of your meal, and we'll get things moving along here. We're going to begin this evening with our Distinguished Scholars Awards. The Distinguished Scholars pins, which were formerly known as alumni medals, are presented to outstanding individuals in various departments at Dakota Wesleyan University. The selection is made by the departments and is based on scholarship and academic performance. The first Distinguished Scholar pin goes to Anna Schutte in accounting. If students would come forward when I read their name to receive their pin from President Novak. Anna consistently works to meet the highest standards and pushes others to challenge themselves as well. No matter where Anna works, she will deliver excellence. The Distinguished Scholar pin in biology goes to Alexandria Jacobs. Alexandria has excelled both academically and on the soccer field. She is among the best and brightest students of her graduating class. Alex plans on applying to medical school soon after graduating. The Distinguished Scholar pin in Business Administration goes to Claudia Nixon. Claudia is a delight to have in class. She has a quiet excellence that shows through in all of her work. The Distinguished Scholar pin in Chemistry goes to Amber Budmark. Amber's roles as tutor, researcher, and teaching assistant have prepared her well for graduate school at Virginia Commonwealth University, where she will pursue a master's degree in forensic toxicology. The Distinguished Scholar pin in Criminal Justice goes to Mason Jurassic. Mason has been accepted to law school at the University of South Dakota to continue his education. In Digital Media and Design, the Distinguished Scholar pin goes to Isabel Barraza. Isabel has a passion for creativity and design. Some of her designs can currently be seen on the walls of the Corn Palace. Both the USS South Dakota battleship and the USS South Dakota submarine are her original designs. Isabel's ability to elicit emotion with her thoughts, creativity, and designs will make her a valuable asset to any team. The Distinguished Scholar pin in Education, Elementary Education, goes to Sierra Crater. Sierra is a teacher candidate who consistently embodies the values of learning, leadership, faith, and service. Her academic achievements are rivaled only by her commitment to the common good. We're going to do our first twofer of the evening. So a Distinguished Scholar pin in both secondary education and mathematics goes to Jessica Fair Mankey. Jessica is passionate about education and also excels in mathematics. She brings a unique perspective to the classroom and will serve as an exceptional role model for female math teachers of the future. The Distinguished Scholar pin in Entrepreneurial Leadership goes to Seth Sosby. Seth has been working with ELO and Morgan Thieler to grow his business, Sosby Contracting. You can find him in the Bank West North office for all your contracting needs. And our second twofer of the evening, the Distinguished Scholar pin in for Friends of the Middle Border and also for Literature, goes to Rachel Parsons. Rachel is one of the most well-rounded student scholars to have graduated from the history program. She is also a multi-talented creative writer and literary critic. Her stories consider human relationships with an understated humor and accurate pathos. Another twofer. The Distinguished Scholar Pin in History and also Nonprofit Administration goes to Nathaniel Bader. In history, Nathan's disciplinary range and big picture thinking have regularly enhanced classroom discussions. In the nonprofit space, Nathan has spent 4 years as a McGovern Scholar, has been involved in student government, presided over the McGovern Engagement Group, interned with the African Center for Strategic Studies, assisted with Dakota Wesleyan's Food Security Project in Uganda, and has worked on reporting and development for local nonprofits. In music and in religion and philosophy, the Distinguished Scholar Pins both go to Thaniel Serta Werner. Jesus' call to love God with all one's heart and mind finds a full expression in Thaniel. In addition, 30 minutes prior to any choir rehearsal or voice lesson, the sound of festive hymns, Disney songs, or vocal warm-ups can be heard emanating from the piano practice room. In psychology, the Distinguished Scholar Pin goes to Jude Birkinshaw. Jude exemplifies academic excellence, humility, hard work, and determination. He has distinguished himself as a scholar in psychology, already contributing to the field of social psychology with his innovative research on factors that influence aggression. And in wildlife management, the Distinguished Scholar Pin goes to Tessa Meyer. Tessa has excelled academically and will continue to make Dakota Wesleyan proud as she moves on to pursue a graduate degree in wildlife management next year at South Dakota State University.
Our next awards are the University Awards. The first is the Bishop Armstrong Peace and Justice Award. And I would just ask Lily to please stay seated as I read the citation, and then we'll invite you to come up. In honor of the 12 years Bishop A. James Armstrong served in the Dakotas, the Dakota Wesleyan University Board of Trustees established the Bishop Armstrong Peace and Justice Award to present it annually to a student or staff person whose life has demonstrated the relationship between religious faith and issues of peace and justice. This year's award goes to Lily Jones. Lily, from the time you set foot on Dakota Wesleyan's campus, you have given of yourself without asking for any accolades. You have worked backstage at events such as theater productions, chapel services, and at the Dakota Annual Conference, always helping and encouraging, but never in the spotlight. You have brought the same selfless spirit into areas of service as well. From painting an orphanage in Peru to service learning in Uganda to your upcoming fellowship in Ireland, you have put your love for God and for others to work, literally across the globe. You have volunteered at the Abbott House and spearheaded packs for the Mitchell Weekend Snack Pack program, tirelessly working to organize volunteers to provide food to Mitchell area school children. You founded the local Make-A-Wish 5K, organized blood drives, and put together flood buckets for disaster relief in Nebraska and on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. You have given of yourself in so many ways and to so many people that even after you have moved on, those actions will be held in the memories of those you have helped. For 4 years, you led student ministry councils, send teams, spurring them on to greater organization and more impactful service. You have mentored younger leaders, encouraged those who are struggling, and insisted on the highest standard of ethics and integrity. You have, in the spirit of St. Francis of Assisi, spread the gospel at all times, occasionally using words. Lily, for the contributions you have already made toward peace and justice, and for the promise of a life of continued servant leadership, Dakota Wesleyan is proud to present to you the 2019 Bishop Armstrong Peace and Justice Award. The Vicki Clark Memorial Endowed Scholarship for Leadership and Service, Ryan Chase. Ryan is involved in almost every aspect of the campus, as well as volunteering in local communities. His extensive involvement has provided him with the deep understanding not only of his place at the university, but of his place after graduation as well, leading and serving. As Ryan himself says, I intend to use the skills I have gained from all the different experiences to help make a difference in the world. Friends, this is the voice of a true servant leader. The second Vicki Clark Memorial Endowed Scholarship for Leadership and Service is awarded to Claire Stoller. Claire's work with Hobie and Alex's Lemonade Stand are but two examples of her service and leadership. She embraces challenges and is willing to undertake difficult tasks. What is more, she understands that true leadership is about more than taking responsibility and setting direction. It is also about motivating and developing other people. In the giving of her time and skills when working with others, Claire lives out the ideal of service to her community. Congratulations, Claire. The Jerry M. Tremble Leadership Award, recognizing outstanding leadership, is awarded to Luke Merrill. Luke has always been an academic powerhouse, but who would have ever thought that this quiet student would become a world traveler who interviews U.S. senators, and his thoughtful engagement of Indian health issues has also been profound. Luke inspires and challenges not only his classmates, but his professors as well. He is a model of servant leadership for other students and for our entire campus community. Congratulations, Luke.
We're now moving on, to the departmental awards section of the program. Mr. Kyle Herges will present the Jenny Orr Memorial Scholarship to Justina Amiot. Though only a freshman, Justina's artwork has already graced numerous Dakota Wesleyan social media outlets, marketing materials, and this year's DWU Christmas card. Justina is currently working on building her online brand along with finishing up the 2020 Corn Palace murals. Dr. Tim Mellican will now present the Harriet N. Houck Scholarship to Alexis Conda. Lexi is pursuing a challenging double major in psychology and biology as she works to accomplish her dream of becoming a psychiatrist. We're all very proud of the progress she has made in pursuit of her career goal. Lacey Whipf. While at Dakota Wesleyan, Lacey discovered her true calling to become a pathologist. She has also been a reliable and efficient work-study student in the biological sciences for the past 2 years. Wyatt Volker. Wyatt works very hard and dedicates himself to the learning process. He is enthusiastic, curious, and uses verbal expressions that always bring smiles to everyone around him. Dr. Alicia Vincent will present the George and Eleanor McGovern Student Leadership and Public Service Award to Nathaniel Bader. Nathan is recognized for exemplary leadership as a McGovern Scholar and president of the McGovern Engagement Group, as well as for his service work for local nonprofits and in Uganda. Dr. Ashley Digman will present the Marjorie Linton O'Byrne and Laura Linton Scholarships. The first goes to Brittany Bergquist. Brittany is an outstanding elementary and special education double major. She has already gained valuable experience as an educator by supervising a math intervention summer program in her home school district. Her practical experiences this year have served to increase her excitement and enthusiasm for the career she has chosen. Mason Decker. Mason is pursuing an elementary and special education double major. He is a natural at building rapport with students, and his passion for education and his fun-loving personality drive his commitment to educational excellence. Kiana Kucha. Kiana's commitment to teaching is revealed through her enthusiastic approach to pedagogy. Her natural teaching ability and her determination will have a lasting impact on her future students. Jill Rickey. Jill is a natural leader in the classroom and on campus. She is always willing to volunteer her time and to take advantage of experiences that will strengthen her as a teacher. She is passionate about education. Courtney Roth. Courtney has ability in many areas, including music and art. As a future teacher with a double major in elementary and special education, she has chosen to employ these talents to benefit the students that she will someday teach. Danielle Schoenfeld. Danielle is a dedicated teacher candidate who is focused on developing effective teaching skills. Her ability to connect with youngsters is readily recognizable, and her joy of teaching is obvious. Taylor Schmidt. Taylor has chosen to pursue an elementary and special education double major. Her enthusiasm for education was evident in her first field experience, as she shared her love of books and learning with elementary students. Morgan Tuttle. Morgan believes that the only disability in life is a bad attitude. She has been inspired to pursue her elementary education and special education double major by members of her family, a young neighbor with Down syndrome, and Special Olympians. Now Dr. Digman will present the Virginia A. Harms Endowed Scholarship in Elementary Education. The first goes to Natalie Neal. Natalie, an elementary and special education double major, is a hardworking, reflective student who will soon engender these characteristics in the students that she teaches. Natalie has written about the joy she finds when a student's face lights up as a result of learning something new. The second scholarship goes to Emily Sharkey. Emily is an aspiring future teacher whose positive attitude is a constant both in and out of the classroom. She approaches her teacher preparation with genuine commitment and delight. Dr. Digman will now present the Evelyn Evans Annual Scholarship to Luke Wodahl. Luke's own words best express his commitment to special education. I am passionate about the idea that all students, including those who struggle, are gifted in their own ways. Just look around in everyday life. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. One thing I want to do as a special educator is to make my students aware of their strengths. Dr. Vince Redder will now present the Edith Heritage Garrison Memorial Prize in Writing to Kendra Clark. Kendra consistently writes thought-provoking, close readings of diverse works of literature, from pre-modern English works to modernist novels by women writers. She's not afraid to tackle difficult thematic content, and her work displays a successful marriage of intellect and work ethic. Dr. Barbara Duffy will present the Elizabeth Graham Colton Prize to Tessa Meyer. As a wildlife management major and creative writing minor, Tessa writes emotionally honest poetry and prose engaged with the natural world. Whether considering conservation efforts for African elephants or her relationship to her own dogs, she explores the relationship between human and non-human animals in the tradition of Barry Lopez and Annie Dillard. Dr. Duffy will now present the awards. Dr. Duffy will now present the awards for the Agnes Hyde Writing Competition. The first place award for essay goes to Tessa Meyer for Life Without Howie, a line from which reads, "It was a hurt that cut so deep that my chest felt heavy with grief." The Agnes Hyde Writing Award for Fiction in first place goes to Lillian Jones for Found, a line from which reads, "It was a Friday, it was my birthday, and I was stuck in a revolving door." And the Agnes Hyde Writing Award for the first place entry in poetry goes to Tessa Meyer for Listless, a line from which reads, "Your smile stretches like an incision." Dr. Clinton Desmond will present this Sinfonia Service Award to Michaela Kilber. Michaela has been an integral part of Wesleyan Bells and all the choirs except the men's choir. Her huge smile, delightful personality, and willingness to help have not gone unnoticed. Dr. Stacy Eden will present the Mary E. Anderson Freshman Nursing Merit Award to Elena Svingen. Elena is positive and attentive in class. She is dedicated to her success and strives to give her best in her clinical settings. Dr. Eden will now present the Ivan and Doris Bartles Endowed Scholarship in Nursing to Rebecca Whalen. Rebecca has great potential in nursing. She continues to grow in her altruistic spirit. Dr. Eden will now present the United Methodist Healthcare Association of Greater Mitchell Scholarships. The first goes to Mikhail Smith. Mikhail has shown growth in the nursing program. She is kind and compassionate and willing to learn and strive to become a better nurse. And the second Methodist Hospital Endowed Scholarship goes to Elena Svingen. Elena is a natural leader and strives for excellence. She is compassionate and excited for the profession of nursing. She asks questions to enhance her learning and has a drive to succeed. Dr. Dan Wagner will now present the Mitchell First United Methodist Church Methodist Hospital Endowed Scholarship. This year's recipients of the Mitchell First United Methodist Church Methodist Hospital Endowed Sports Medicine Scholarships are members of the inaugural class of the Masters in Athletic Training program. They are Carter Brewster, Alex Jones, and Turner Sir. These three individuals have taken the initiative to improve the profession of athletic training by pursuing their advanced degree, and they have played an integral role in providing influential feedback to help the athletic training faculty fine-tune this newly developed curriculum. Dr. Tim Mulliken will now present the St. Joseph Hospital Endowed Scholarship. The first of these goes to Kelsey Buchman. Kelsey has distinguished herself as a Dakota Wesleyan scholar and is challenging herself with a difficult double major in biochemistry and psychology. We expect that this combination will distinguish her when she applies to medical school in order to pursue her dream of becoming a psychiatrist. The second St. Joseph Hospital Endowed Scholarship goes to Luke Merrill. Luke has distinguished himself not only by excelling academically, but also by participating in the Newman Fellowship in the Newman Fellowship at Indian Health Service and educating home students as well. His experiences at Dakota Wesleyan are an excellent demonstration of Dakota Wesleyan's motto, sacrifice or service. Dr. Lana Loken will present the Robert E. McWhirter Service Medal to Brady Hicks. Brady has been an active member of the Athletic Training Club and has participated in many service projects with the club and the football team. He has demonstrated leadership both inside and outside of the classroom, and he is active in service in his hometown community of Martin, where he hopes to practice as a physician assistant after completing graduate school. Dr. Vince Redder will present the Master Craftsman Award in Theater to Sydney Foster. Sydney is amazing in so many roles, both on the stage and off. Her willingness to act, sing, stage manage, paint, organize props, or build sets make her an excellent master craftsman. Dr. Redder will also present the anonymous 3 scholarship to Morgan Taft. Morgan, there may have been a misprint there, I think. Morgan is an absolute delight when involved in any theater event with her dedication, talent, intelligence, and enthusiasm. Dr. Bethany Melro Lehrman will present the Homer Carhart Prizes in the Sciences. The first of these goes to Luke Merrill. Luke's academic excellence and initiative have made him a go-to student. His roles of departmental tutor, research mentor, and Chaos Club president make him invaluable to the department. The second Homer Carhart Prize in Science goes to Michaela Street. In addition to her outstanding academic achievements, Michaela has willingly helped in the educational laboratory, promoted science through chaos, and spent considerable time in the research laboratory. Dr. John Lang will now present the Dave and Ann Mitchell Faculty Award for Exemplary Service. This award is presented to a faculty member who has demonstrated exemplary commitment to service and community engagement during the academic year, and this year the award goes to Dr. Joel Allen. Dr. Allen is recognized for exemplifying service and leadership on campus, in the community, and in Africa and South America as well. Now, Dr. Joel Allen will present the Marv Miller Christian Leadership Award to Lillian Jones. Lily is a smart, competent, and hardworking person who gets things done and treats people with kindness along the way. Her calling to Christian ministry and leadership is strong, and she has an exciting future in Northern Ireland for the next 2 years. Dr. Ryan Van Zee will now present the Kelly Center Student Leadership Awards. The first of these awards goes to Justina Amote. Justina has been in business through Instagram and other social media since she has been in high school. At Dakota Wesleyan, she is growing her skills in social media as well as her skills in entrepreneurship. The second Kelly Center Student Leadership Award goes to Isabel Barraza. Isabel is gainfully employed and owns a small business in digital media on the side. She has already assembled an impressive and extensive portfolio of her work. And the third Kelly Center Student Leadership Award goes to Preston Emerson. Let's go. You see? Okay. Before moving on to some special faculty recognitions, I would like all our senior scholar athletes to stand and be recognized. These are sophomore, junior, and senior scholar athletes with a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. I now want to acknowledge some accomplishments of our faculty this year. Professor Jeannie DeLang was promoted, a member of our nursing faculty, was promoted to associate professor this year and granted tenure. Is Jeannie here? No. I also want to acknowledge the retirement and emeritus status of Dr. Mike Farney. Is Mike here? Mike is completing, or is in the process of completing, his 40th year of service to Dakota Wesleyan University. I would also like to acknowledge that Professor Dave Mitchell is being granted emeritus status as well. Dave, would you please stand? Dave is completing his 47th year of service to Dakota Wesleyan University. So, congratulations to all those people for those tremendous milestones. I also want to acknowledge that a couple of our faculty have completed degrees. Renee Schroeder has completed her Master of Science in Nursing, and Natalie Van Drogelen has completed her Master's of Science in Nursing as well. So please join me in congratulating them. This is a long paragraph. I need a drink. I'm sorry. So, in association with the United Methodist General Board of Higher Education and Ministry, it is my honor and privilege this evening to present the Exemplary Teacher Award. This year's recipient exemplifies excellence in teaching, civility, and concern for students and colleagues. The recipient likewise maintains a commitment to value-centered education as well as service to students, the institution, and the community. A review of the comments that students have made on their evaluation of this professor's courses over the years reveals remarkably consistent patterns over time. Students comment repeatedly on three specific positive dimensions of this professor's work. First, they comment on the organization of this professor's courses and the clarity of learning expectations. Second, they comment on the high quality of the learning experience, not only in this professor's courses, but in the professor's program of study more generally. And finally, they comment on the care and concern that the instructor demonstrates for his or her students. The following provide a sampling of students' comments regarding the organization of this professor's courses and the clarity of learning expectations. These are student comments. The course was very well planned. We knew exactly what was expected and when it was due. The course was easy to navigate. I knew what the expectations were. Everything was laid out every week and the expectations were clear. The course followed a structured outline, and the material that we covered was directly related to the learning outcomes. Imagine that. The course was planned and laid out perfectly. We knew our assignments well in advance and had plenty of time to complete them. The course work continued to build on and refresh what I had learned earlier. With respect to the overall quality of the learning experience in this professor's courses, as well as in the program more generally, the following are representatives of student comments. This is one of the best instructors I have ever had. The course covered difficult content, but the instructor did a fantastic job of conveying the information. The instructor is amazing. He, she, always had a lot of enthusiasm when teaching, which makes it easy to learn and remember material. The case studies that the instructor assigns really help me dig into the book and utilize it. And finally, with respect to the care that this instructor demonstrates for his or her students, students express the following sentiments. The teacher really cares about his or her students. The instructor is always willing to help students out. He or she never made anyone feel as though they weren't important. The instructor always stayed positive. The instructor has guided me with the tools to be successful in my degree and in my profession. Now, for those of you who've heard me give these out in the past, you know that when I do this, I avoid using gender-specific pronouns, right, in an effort to keep the suspense up, and the recipient, the identity of the recipient, a secret for as long as possible. And of course, this makes for some awkward grammatical constructions, but we're past that now. I have to confess that this year, I've been doubly deceptive, though, because I've been speaking in singular terms, when in actuality, there are two recipients for this year's award. And I suppose you're thinking immediately, well, why couldn't you just have announced this at the outset and said we're going to talk about two people? But the short answer to this question is that this is trickier than it seems. And this is because all of the comments that I just shared actually come from courses that these two individuals have taught as a team. Thus, in their comments, when I was saying instructor, students were often saying instructors. They were using the plural as opposed to the singular. And though occasionally a student voiced a preference for one instructor over the other, such preferences balanced out very equitably as you read through evaluation after evaluation. Now, this represents a rather unique situation at our university. Team teaching tends to be the exception rather than the rule. Individualistic assumptions about teaching awards should not, however, represent an insurmountable barrier to recognizing professional excellence that departs from that model. And in this particular situation, the team teaching that these two faculty members have engaged in is neither a flash in the pan nor an experimental lark. They have been teaching the bulk of their nursing courses in this fashion since the LPN to BS program was launched in Sioux Falls in 2016. The first cohort from that program graduated this past year and posted an NCLEX pass rate of nearly 90%, and there's still one student who hasn't taken the exam yet. In addition to the distinctive and effective teaching model that these two faculty members have developed, they have both been active members of their communities, their professions, and their churches. And they've developed a unique and effective degree completion model that has taught the university many important lessons about effective programs in the adult education space. So would you please join me in congratulating the co-creators of Dakota Wesleyan's LPN to BS degree completion program and the dual recipients of this year's Exemplary Teacher Award, Professor Tracy Hadler and Professor Jessica Jardin. You're all saying, please don't talk anymore. And I'm not going to, so I'm going to go sit down.
Can we please have a representative from each of the following clubs come to the stage? Athletic Training Club, Chaos, Math Club, and SMC. Each year, Student Senate recognizes clubs for their outstanding service and dedication to enhancing the Dakota Wesleyan experience. As they are continuing to make their way to the stage, it is my honor and privilege as the current Senate President to announce the awards, and Maria Kunin, the current Vice President, will be handing out the plaques. The first Senate award being given out tonight is the Up and Coming Award. The recipient of this year's Up and Coming Award is Math Club. This year, Math Club has put on exceptional service projects, such as helping judge at the science fair, tutoring Girls Weekly at the Abbott House, and starting a recycling initiative on campus. They have also continued to excel with their annual Pi Day fundraiser. Let's give them a round of applause for their hard work this past year. The second award is the most successful fundraiser. This year's recipient is Chaos. Chaos did an extraordinary job through spreading school spirit by painting tiger heads across the community, as well as selling Krispy Kreme donuts, iPad accessories, Valentine's Day roses, and finals baskets. All this work helped Chaos send 12 students to an international science conference and help 4 students present their research at the conference. Let's give them a hand. The third award is for outstanding service. This year's award recipient is the Athletic Training Club. The Athletic Training Club continues to do an outstanding job with helping with Special Olympics. This year, Athletic Training has helped with the state Special Olympics bocce ball, softball, and basketball tournaments. Through participating in the Polar Plunge this March, Athletic Training Club was able to fundraise hundreds of dollars for Special Olympics. They also had 22 members volunteer to help with the state basketball tournament and put in almost 80 hours of service. Please join me in congratulating the Athletic Training Club. Lastly, the most prestigious award given by Senate, the Most Dedicated Club Award. The recipient of the Most Dedicated Club Award is Student Ministry Council. This year, SMC has continued to excel and innovate by adding new life groups such as Upperclassmen Ministry and Book Club, while also growing existing events such as Worship Under the Stars, Midday Pray, and others. SMC has also done a remarkable job in regard to service. SMC has continued to put on Age to Age, which involves a group of students who volunteer to play games and spend time with seniors at both Avera Brady and Countryside Living. This year, SMC has put together flood buckets to help those who are severely affected by the recent flooding in Nebraska and Pine Ridge. SMC is also sending 11 students to Peru to engage in mission work with children this summer. Congratulations, SMC. Now, will everyone who has served as a senator this past year please rise? Thank you for your year of service.
My name is Tracy Dice, and I am one of the Student Senate advisors. We will now recognize the outgoing seniors on the Student Senate Executive Leadership Team. Could Ms. Maria Kunin, Ms. Anna Schutte, and Mr. Nathan Bader please join us on stage? Maria, on behalf of the Senate, I'd like to thank you for your dedicated service to Student Senate. You provided steady leadership, insightful contributions, and a healthy dose of common sense to the executive team as the Vice President. In recognition of your service to the student body of Dakota Wesleyan University, please accept this token of our appreciation for a job well done. Nathan, on behalf of the Senate, I'd like to thank you for your dedicated service to Student Senate. You provided attention to detail, parley pro tips, and insisted on adherence to the Senate Constitution and bylaws as the parliamentarian. In recognition of your service to student body of Dakota Wesleyan University, please accept this token of our appreciation for a job well done. Anna, on behalf of the Senate, I'd like to thank you for your dedicated service to Student Senate. You kept meticulous records, asked critical questions, and kept a conservative rein on the Senate finances as the treasurer. In recognition of your service to the student body of Dakota Wesleyan University, please accept this token of our appreciation for a job well done. Congratulations, all of you.
Hi, my name is Katie Salden, and I'm also a Senate advisor. Now we would like to recognize our current president, Ryan Chase, as an outgoing Senate president. Ryan, you've done a superior job serving as the Senate president this year, guiding your exec team and the entire Senate. Ryan, you have been an excellent team player and leader for your peers. Your futuristic approach has transformed Senate. Your executive team this year has incorporated new and innovative events and truly listened to your entire student body. Your steady hand and diligence will be missed. For your service, we'd like to present you with this plaque and recognize your time in Senate. Let's thank Ryan for his service. Ryan, we now invite you to pass on the President's gavel to next year's Senate President, Mr. Zach Gores. Zach, will you please come forward? That works.
Zach, your task as president is to represent the student body, guide the Senate, and make decisions that benefit the entire student body, not just one constituency. You must lead by example, ruling with logic, justice, and common sense. It is an honor for me to present you with the gavel of the president. Congratulations. And now I invite Dr. Novak and Dr. Roy back to the stage to begin the Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan presentations.
Okay, friends, we have just a little bit of a situation here, so I'm going to ask you for your adaptability with this. One of our candidates for the Miss Wesleyan Award is Nikki Nelson, who is in a van coming back from a golf tournament and is within minutes of arrival. And so there's been this delicate texting between her coach and myself and her family who's here and her friends about somewhere between how safe do you want me to drive and how quickly do you want me to get there. And so the mom in me has been having this tension knowing how badly we want her here to be able to recognize her as part of this, but how safely we want her to get here as well. And so I'm going to ask for you to just talk at your tables for about 3 minutes. And at that juncture, we will be able to, I think by that time, have Nikki within striking distance so that we can do this. The Miss Wesleyan and Scotchman is the premier recognition the university gives. And so I would just ask for your minor bit of patience here as we bring our final candidate in for the evening and we give that final award selection. So if you want to take a bathroom break, we will reconvene here at 7:35 promptly. Okay, friends, we'll ask you to please take your seat. We know she is in town, so she's very close. And at this time, I would like to invite Rex and Logan to the stage to give the presentation for the Scotchman and Ms. Wesleyan Awards.
Okay, well, again, thanks everybody for your cooperation and understanding. It's a pretty prestigious award, and we thought all the candidates should get recognized the way they should, so we really appreciate it. The Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan Award represent the highest honor bestowed upon a senior. Nominees for and recipients of this award are distinguished by their academic excellence, their character, and their commitment to the mission of Dakota Wesleyan. Being named Miss Wesleyan or the Scotchman means you are among the university's most esteemed students.
The first Miss Wesleyan, Carrie Shaper, was elected by the DWU student body in October 1929 as part of that year's homecoming festivities. She was inaugurated in a ceremony on the steps of Old College Hall, and she took her place of honor at the head of the Blue and White Day Parade on Saturday, October 26, 1929.
The first Scotchman, Rennie Hand, was elected by the entire student body and presented as the Scotchman at the Junior-Senior Banquet on May 13, 1939. The criteria were scholastic standing, personality, and extracurricular involvement. The selection of Miss Wesleyan was then moved to the spring in 1951 to coincide with the awarding of the Scotchman.
Historically, both awards were granted based on the vote of the entire student body. In recent years, however, the process has changed. In order to qualify for the award, students must have senior status and a GPA of 3.25 or higher. Eligible students are nominated by faculty, and then they must submit an application. The Student Senate executive team reviews the application materials and narrows the pool to the final 12 candidates, who are then interviewed by the selection committee.
As junior class president-elect and junior class president, Logan and I were honored to serve on the selection committee along with these faculty and staff, who we would like to thank at this time. So please stand and remain standing as your name is called. First, we have Diana Goldhammer, Assistant Professor of Business and Student Senate Advisor. Tracy Dice, Assistant Professor of Business Administration and Student Senate Advisor. Bethany Melro Lehrman, Associate Professor of Chemistry. Joel Reinisch, Assistant Professor of Criminal Justice, and John Kippis, Director of Student Life and Student Senate Advisor. Thank you. We are very excited to introduce our 2019 finalists for the Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan. The finalists this year exemplify the 4 missional values of Dakota Wesleyan University: learning, leadership, faith, and service. Candidates, please stand at your seat as you are being introduced with comments from faculty, staff, coaches, and co-curricular advisors.
Our first nominee is Sierra Crater. The person on campus who nominated Sierra said she has such a fun personality. Since the day she has stepped foot on campus, Sierra has been a bright, bubbly, and fun student to work with. She works hard and is passionate about life in general. She has become a leader on campus through her involvement in many different activities. Her positivity and personality will make her an excellent teacher. After graduation, Sierra plans to be an elementary teacher next fall. Congratulations, Sierra.
Our next nominee is Nathan Bader. Nathan's nominator had this to say: Nathan has so much potential to be a world change maker. He works hard, cares for people, and is not afraid to set a big goal and do what needs to be done to reach it. Nathan's mature analysis of historical events and their consequences and his grasp on current affairs have enlightened and enlivened the history department. He has a bright future ahead of him. Nathan has been such a great person to work with. His passion for everything he does is quite evident. Many faculty and staff appreciate his hard work and determination in everything he does. After graduation, Nathan will be attending Institute of World Politics, pursuing a master's in national security in Washington, D.C. Congratulations, Nathan.
Next up is Lily Jones. Lily's nominator said, "If compassion had a nickname, it would be Lily Jones. She is so good at making people feel better about themselves, and her care for others has been evident in her mark at DWU. I feel fortunate to have been blessed by her and look forward to witnessing her future in ministry. Lily exudes enthusiasm, and we can't wait to hear about her experience in Ireland. She won a fellowship serving the General Board of Higher Education and Ministry, and we know they made a wise choice. Lily is tremendously wise and a compassionate person. She is authentic, smart, and hardworking, and we will miss her can-do attitude. After graduation, Lily will be a Global Missions Fellow for the United Methodist Church's General Board of Global Mission. She'll be serving for 2 years in Ireland beginning in September. Congratulations, Lily.
Bryce Blank is our next nominee. If DWU created a student superhero, perhaps it would resemble Bryce. In seriousness, he has been a super student, and it's been a joy to be his advisor. His current internship supervisor recently asked me if I could send him another Bryce next year, which sums up how most people feel about him. I can't think of a better fit for him than that of a pastor. Bryce is one of those students who makes an impression on everyone he encounters. He is truly one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. His demonstration of faith and leadership on campus will be greatly missed. If everyone loves Raymond, everyone loves Bryce as well. He's just as funny and as goofy. After graduation, Bryce will be attending seminary school at Perkins School of Theology in Dallas, Texas. Congratulations, Bryce.
Our next nominee is Maria Kunin. Maria's nominator said she exemplifies determination and persistence. She has an outstanding intellect complemented by a great sense of humor. Maria Kunin has been active as an EMT during her time as an athletic training student at DWU. She has provided services in Mitchell as well as in her hometown. She has a passion to serve her rural community as an ER doctor after medical school. She has a quest for perfection that helps her continue to push herself to learn in a profession that requires constant learning to stay current with changing knowledge and technology. After graduation, Maria will be attending USD School of Medicine. Congratulations, Maria.
Thaniel Serta Werner is our next nominee. Thaniel is a gem. He makes the classroom feel more joyful every time he's there. I appreciate his confidence, honest humor, and creativity so much. 30 minutes before any choir rehearsal or voice lesson, the sound of festive hymns, Disney songs, or vocal warm-ups can be heard emanating from the piano practice room. This would be Thaniel in his element. Thaniel's enthusiasm for music, bubbly personality, and love of Methodist hymns will not soon be replaced in practice rooms of Smith Hall. Big smile, big hugs, big laughs, big heart. That pretty much well sums up Thaniel Serta Werner. After graduation, Thaniel will be attending seminary school at Garrett Theological Seminary in Chicago. Congratulations, Thaniel.
Nikki Nelson is our next nominee. Nikki's nominator said she is an exceptional young woman. She is passionate about her faith, her education, her athletic involvement, and her relationships with everyone around her. During her time at DWU, Nikki has truly exemplified the Dakota Wesleyan values of learning, leadership, faith, and service. I will forever remember Nikki Nelson as the smiley, outgoing gal who wears her heart on her sleeve. The path Nikki has chosen for her college experience has been nothing short of extraordinary. Whether it was being an RA, a leader in student ministry, singing in choir, future teachers organization, or swinging a club on a golf course. Nikki has always brought a light into people's lives and has excelled by living through our core values of learning, leadership, faith, and service. After graduation, Nikki will be teaching 4th grade at Longfellow Elementary in Mitchell. Congratulations, Nikki.
Our next nominee is Nicholas Garofalo. Nicholas's nominator said this: "He is always willing to volunteer his time for the nursing cause. He will speak up and advocate for others. He will be an excellent nurse. Nick is an outstanding student. He shows compassion, kindness, and leadership in all aspects of what he does. He stands out in his class and strives for perfection. He is not afraid to learn and will always give 110%. His willingness to help fellow students is evident by the amount of tutoring hours he has put in. He has also become one of our most demanded tutors, as he normally has many of his classmates learning from in the library at night. He will not only make a great nurse, but has also helped ensure others will become great nurses too. Nick is a utility player who makes others better for being around him. He's the kind of student who doesn't draw a lot of attention to himself, but he's always in the background ready to step up and help. We're excited for Nick to begin his career and bring his many gifts to his patients and coworkers. After graduation, Nick will be practicing nursing in Virginia. Congratulations, Nicholas.
Our next nominee is Rachel Parsons. Rachel's nominator said her character, work ethic, keen intellect, and astonishing organizational skills make her one of the finest history majors of the past 20 years. She'll excel at whatever she chooses to pursue. Rachel is one of the smartest people I know, and I know some really smart people. She is multi-talented and adapts easily to new learning environments, and she assimilates and articulates academic material better than any other student I have ever seen. Not only is she intelligent, but she also has a sense of humor. If I were back in college, Rachel would be the kind of professor I would want. Rachel will be working on her family's ranch this summer and then looking to travel and work around the country before attending graduate school. Congratulations, Rachel.
Next is Brady Hicks. Brady is a great student. I have nothing but good things to say about Brady. He did everything right for us as a player, and he worked his tail off as a student assistant. I am very proud of Brady and wish him the best of luck in the future. Brady said that one of the most important things he learned at Dakota Wesleyan was how to ask questions, and we believe that will serve him well. He plans to be a physician's assistant and go back to serve his rural community. His ability to ask questions and be a humble servant will endear him to his patients and make him a pillar of their community. We're so excited for Brady to embark on his career and really exemplify the motto of sacrifice or service. After graduation, Brady plans on attending the physician assistant program at USD. Congratulations, Brady.
Our next candidate is Megan Travis. Megan's nominator said she is the type of person that would do anything for you. She is hardworking on the court and in the classroom and is a very smart young woman. My favorite thing about Megan is that she always has a great attitude and is ready to bust a move whenever a good song is on. Megan is the kind of student everyone wants to have around. She's not going to seek the spotlight, but rather be in the wings supporting the entire group. She's someone from whom younger students seek counsel because she's demonstrated an ability to work hard, elevate others, and show up every day to be her best. She said that in high school she wasn't anyone special, but we know better. She's one of our best. After graduation, Megan plans on taking a gap year to prepare for applying to medical school. Congratulations, Megan.
And our final nominee of the evening is Seth Sosby. In addition to developing his technical skills, Seth used his experience at DWU to enrich his understanding of a variety of larger public policy issues. Anyone who had him in a class could know from the Cheshire Cat grin on his face when he was formulating a statement relating the issue at hand, a statement which usually pushed others to consider an alternative perspective. Seth is a graduate of Mitchell Technical Institute and soon-to-be graduate of Dakota Wesleyan University and the proud owner of Sosby Contracting. Seth has grown tremendously since he came to DWU. His entire mindset has changed, and he's an exemplary example of sacrifice or service. He's willing to help others and volunteers to mentor other entrepreneurial students. He's thoughtful and innovative. We are thrilled with the success that Seth has had in his entrepreneurial work at DW, and we're excited for him to bring his product to market. After graduation, Seth plans on continuing his career and his business. Congratulations, Seth. And now, would you all please join me in giving a bigger round of applause for all the candidates, just in general. Before we announce our new Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan, we'd like to recognize some special guests. Please stand as I read your name, and please remain standing until we have recognized everyone. Ashley Digman, Miss Wesleyan 2006, and Ariana Aaronpatzis, Miss Wesleyan 2017.
The selection of this year's Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan was challenging. Each of the candidates is an exceptional individual and exemplifies Dakota Wesleyan's values of learning, leadership, faith, and service. At this time, we ask all of the candidates to come to the stage to receive their medallion. President Novak will be announcing the recipients of this year's honors.
So first of all, you all need to come to the stage. As all of you heard, this is an exceptional pool of candidates for this year's 2019 Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan. All of them have clearly contributed in countless ways to improving our campus community, the students they serve, the larger community, their churches, and our world. With that said, it is my great honor to announce the 2019 Scotchman and Miss Wesleyan. Congratulations to Miss Wesleyan Maria Kunin and Scotchman Bryce Blank. Would you please come forward? Okay, we're going to need everyone to stay up here until the end, and then we're going to get a group picture, okay? But in the meantime, in the spirit of our Dakota Wesleyan tradition, I'm going to invite Nathan Bader to come forward, please. And he's going to lead us in the Scotchman. Now, as many of you may or may not know, this is a unique alma mater. We sing it the first time through, and then I think this makes DW really special. We hum it the second time. Okay, so when you look out and you see all this sort of lips moving, we just need you to hum this song. It's in your program, and so we'll ask Nathan to lead us.
If you'd all join. Show me the Scotchman who doesn't love the thistle. Show me the Englishman who doesn't love the rose. Show me the true-hearted son of old Wesleyan who doesn't love the spot where the tumbleweed grows.
And with that, we say join us again next year at the 2020 Honors Banquet, where this tradition will just keep on going. Thank you for coming tonight. Enjoy your evening. And once again, final applause for the evening, the candidates, everyone who won an award, and thanks for coming.